You're going to become a slave. Are you ready for it? Hello fellow Christians, how you doing guys? I'm Nolan M Cruz and I'm here to make your life just a bit better. So here we go. So in a previous video, which I will link to, we spoke about wanting to become a pro. And what it takes to become a pro. And what to expect when you are a pro. And one of the main things you have to start off with is that first stepping stone, which is becoming a working student. Disclaimer, this is in North America. I don't know what it is like in Germany or over in the UK or England, whatever. I don't know what the system is to becoming a pro. Also, I'd like to add that this isn't 100% everybody. This is for the average Joe who wants to become a professional rider and a professional trainer. I'm not talking about, daddy has billions of dollars in his back pocket to buy me a barn and I'm a pro now. And I'm not talking about pro who's in the back 40 who trains. So this is your harsh reality check when you become a working student. Everyone thinks, working student, great, I get to train with this pro and I get to be learn all this stuff and I'm amazing and everything's gonna be all gumdrops and lollipops and gumdrops are gonna fall from the sky. And hey, you know what? You might get really lucky because some pros are freaking amazing in this department, but most of the time you are the slave. And speaking of work, you are going to be doing a lot of it. Enjoy mucking. You're going to be doing a lot of that. I mean, most people think, well, I'm going to be a working student. I'm going to ride all these lots of horses, blah, blah, blah. No, you're pretty much doing a lot of barn work. You're doing the barn chores. You're doing the morning work, which is turnout. You're bringing them in. You're feeding. You're doing stalls. And not just, oh, I do 2 or 3 stalls. Yay. No, you have 2 hours. Get done 15 stalls, please. But then I'm sure you're thinking, well, Nolan, I thought being a working student would have its benefits of riding. And yes, please note, you will be riding in the future. You kind of have to prove yourself there. It's not like you step in and they go,
oh, great, you're here. Here are 5 horses to do.
You have to go through the grooming stage of it, which is you have now not only become a working student where you have to do the barn work, you're expected to become the personal groom if that pro doesn't already have a personal groom. You pretty much have to get that horse cleaned up, wrapped up, tacked up, make sure that tail looks really good, but don't you dare pull too many strands out of it. And then, even better, is walk into the arena where the coach is waiting to mount. And the chances are that there's probably a rotation that goes with it. Pro has finished with their horse, they want the new horse, take the new horse, here's the old horse, hose it down, walk it out, wrap it up, put it back to the stall, turn it back out, whatever it might be, that's now in the equation. Just because your barn work isn't done, now that's added into the equation. So now you gotta work your ass off there to get that done. Another piece of harsh advice is nobody cares that you're tired. And that's something that's going to happen. You're going to get extremely tired because you aren't used to getting up at the brink of dawn. You're not used to doing 16-hour days, especially if there's horse shows going on. Oh gosh, you got all that to do too. Because then you're expected to do the night check at the end of the day. Holy crap. A night check isn't just I throw some hay into the stall. It's going in, checking to make sure the horses don't have any cuts or nothing's off the wall, checking waters. Not just say, oh, we need to refill them, but did that horse drink the normal amount that it usually drinks, or is something a bit off? And make sure that the horse didn't poop in those waters, because now you gotta scrub those waters out. Oh gosh. So by the time you get to bed, you pretty much hit that mattress and you're out for hours. So nobody really cares that you're tired, and nobody cares that you can't do something. If you go, oh, I can't get that horse, it keeps running away from me, find a way, because in 10 minutes it needs to be tacked up and in that barn so the pro is on their schedule. Nobody cares that you're struggling. That's part of the job. And I will give empathy and sympathy and compassion for people like this, but I've also been in it. The problem is those who are trying to become a pro and trying to go into the working student process thinks it's going to be so great, get smacked up the side of the head with reality. Nobody cares that you're tired. Nobody cares that something's not going right. Put a smile on, continue on. So I'm sure you're wondering, well, why am I bothered doing all this hard work? Do I ever get to ride? And please, no, yes, you do. Understand, especially right off the bat, you're not going to be riding the big fancy horses that this pro rides. You're not. You're not going to be riding these things with lofty trots. You're going to be given the special horses. You're going to be doing a lot of lunging, and then you're going to be riding those horses who love to buck, or who like to drop the shoulder, or who struggle at moving forward, or go to connection, or stretching. You're going to be with those horses quite a bit if you're not with the green horses. Sure, down the road, you may be riding the pro's clientele horses. Right off the bat, you're not going to be doing that. You, once again, as I said in the previous video, and I will say it to this video, you have to prove yourself. That you are not just some person who kind of goes up, down on a horse, and I ride school horses all my life. I'm amazing. They want to see that you do know a thing or two. Harsh, yes, I know, but it's the truth. So you get there. You finally have been given the okay to go ride some horses. And the pro says, hey, why don't you warm up that horse for me? Get him through so when I get on, I can jump him around or do my dressage training or whatever it might be. And then you can cool him down and we'll switch horses again. You get to do this and you're going, great, I get to finally ride. I'm sitting on the horse finally. I've waited so long. And you get on and the pro comes in and says, get him through. I'll be back in 20 minutes. Riding around. And you've ridden school horses your whole life. So all you think about is do this, do this. And the school horse is all schooled through. But you're doing the same thing here with this horse and it's not happening. You can't get this horse through. You don't know why. You've been at this for 20 minutes and the pro comes back in and says, got the horse through. And you can say yay, you can say nay, you can say anything. The pro already can see that the horse isn't through. So the pro goes, okay, I'll give you another 10 minutes. Make sure the horse is through when I get back. You still work at it and the pro goes to get a coffee or talk with one of his clients or get on the phone, whatever. They're doing something. They come back 10 minutes later and once again, you don't have the horse through. This could go on for a full hour. And this is pretty much your proving time. This is the moment where you say, I make it or I break it. And this is the sad part because probably some of you are going, well, why wouldn't he just help me through this? The pro is not bringing you on to coach you, right? Especially for free. And actually, they're losing money because now they're wasting time teaching you through something that you should already know. They're not here to coach you through it. You need to know what you're doing so that they can move on. That's why they've hired you or brought you on as a working student. Next piece of harsh advice. You're probably not going to get paid. There are some pros who do pay competitive wages, but some don't. Like, technically, they don't have to. What they're giving you is knowledge. That's how they're paying you. They're paying you with every single day with the knowledge, their expertise, their experience, whatever it is, that's how they're paying you. So don't be upset when they say, well, I'll pay you $4 an hour. You go, well, that's not right. That's below minimum wage. That's illegal. But they're paying you with knowledge. You are a working student. You're not a working employee. You're a working student, which means they don't have to pay you technically. And that's one thing that people think, oh, I'm going to be a working student. Here we go. And they go in and they go, what the hell is this? I'm doing all this work. I'm doing all this riding and blah, blah, blah. And I'm not getting anything. The pro gets to say, but you're a working student. I'm paying you with my knowledge, my expertise, and my experience. And the last piece of harsh advice I want to give you is you're going to be sore. Especially if you struggle like that last point I made where you can't get that horse through and you're on them for a long period of time to warm them up. If you go upon doing that for 10 horses in a day, you are going to be brutally sore. You're going to be exhausted and you're going to come home and you're going to try to pull off your breeches and you have rubs where you shouldn't have rubs. You're going to have blisters, you're going to have whatever. I knew a person who went to Germany, did the same very thing, and had to sit in the bathtub for 2 hours because he had blisters and cuts and rubs everywhere that it dried and encrusted the breeches into his skin. So he had to sit in the bathtub for 2 hours so that he could peel the breeches off of him. It's not comfortable. I know it's a really uncomfortable vision for us, but it's very true. You're going to be sore. You're going to be tired. This is it. As I say, if you're going to become a pro and you want to be a working student, understand that it's a lot of hard work and you're doing it for the right reason. If you're just doing it just because look how great I am, don't do it. You have to be doing it because you actually really enjoy this and you really want to learn more. And I hope that has been informative for everybody. It's harsh, I know. I'm not trying to discourage you from becoming a pro or going to the working student way. It's not easy, it's hard work, but you know what? If you really want to do it and you really love it, you will probably find so many good things about it that you won't even bother about all this stuff I'm telling you. It's harsh, yes, but like I've told you in how many other videos, sometimes it's nice to know what you're stepping into and actually take off the rose-colored glasses because life smacking you upside the head with a reality check is sometimes not nice. If you have 2 cents worth or if you've been a working student or how has your experience differed from this, please let me know in the comments below. I'm sure everybody would love to hear it. I know I would. If you haven't already followed me on Twitter and Instagram, the links are in the description below. I follow back horsey accounts. And while you're at that, why not hit the like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button too. I have new videos every single week just to entertain you and kind of make this horse world kind of make a bit more sense. It's hard when you're stepping into it with no guidance. Thankfully, I have had guidance, and it's still hard. I'm Nolan M Cruz, and I will talk to you later.